Published, 11:38 EDT, April 11, 2019. Updated, 1940 EDT, April 11, 2019. Julian Assange shouted "This is unlawful. The UK must resist" as he was prized from his Ecuadorian embassy bolt hole this morning before being bundled into a van by 7 officers. The Wikileaks founder, with his hair tied into a ponytail and sporting a long grey beard, was met by officers at around 10 a.m., but attempted to barge past them and run back into his room, a court heard today. Officers restrained the disheveled 47-year-old before lifting him into the air and taking him out of the embassy's front door into the waiting police vehicle. Julian Assange is pictured being taken out of the Ecuadorian embassy in London this morning. This graphic shows how Assange's dramatic arrest unfolded this morning at the Ecuadorian embassy. Assange was formally arrested at West Central Police Station and appeared at Westminster Magistrates Court, where he was found guilty of skipping bail to avoid being extradited to Sweden in 2012 to face allegations of rape and sexual assault. Police were allowed into his embassy home after the Ecuadorian government withdrew his asylum, blaming his interference in international affairs and being discourteous to embassy staff. In a scathing statement, President Lenin Moreno accused Assange of violating the terms of his asylum by interfering in internal affairs of other states as well as blocking security cameras and mistreating guards. Interior Minister Maria Paula Romo even accused him of smearing feces on the embassy's walls. The dramatic account of Assange's arrests was given by U.S. Government Attorney James Hines. He told Westminster Magistrates Court today, officers attended the embassy around 9:15 a.m. where they met the ambassador. The ambassador said he was proposing to serve documents sending Assange's asylum. The court heard that the officers met Assange at 10 am. The officers tried to introduce themselves to him but he barged past them attempting to return to his private room. He was arrested at 10:15 am. He resisted that arrest and had to be restrained. Officers were struggling to handcuff him. They received assistance from other officers outside. Westminster Magistrates Court was told he had to be restrained and lifted into a police van. Mr. Assange told the court that Assange kept saying, "This is unlawful." He added, he was in fact lifted into the police van and taken to West Central Police Station. There he was more formally arrested. Assange appeared at court today and was found guilty of breaching his bail. He faces a jail sentence of up to 12 months when he is sentenced later at Crown Court. He is also facing extradition to the U.S. on charges of conspiring to break into a classified government computer, a charge the U.S. Department of Justice said could attract a maximum jail sentence of 5 years. The U.S. accuses Assange of assisting Chelsea Manning, a former U.S. intelligence analyst, in breaking a password that helped her infiltrate Pentagon computers. Assange was remanded in custody and will next appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on May 2 by prison video link in relation to the extradition. Scotland Yard said Assange was held for failing to appear in court in June 2012 and further arrested on behalf of the United States authorities, at 10:53 a.m. after his arrival at a central London police station. British government ministers welcomed the move, with both Home Secretary Sajid Javid and Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt tweeting that no one is above the law. But WikiLeaks said Ecuador had acted illegally in terminating Assange's political asylum in violation of international law. Assange gives a thumbs up as he arrives at Westminster Magistrates Court this afternoon. Assange gestures to photographers as he is driven away from Westminster Magistrates Court after he hearing today. Assange, an Australian national, came to prominence after WikiLeaks began releasing hundreds of thousands of classified U.S. diplomatic cables. But in 2010 an arrest warrant was issued for him for 2 separate allegations, one of rape and one of molestation, after he visited Sweden for a speaking trip. Assange launched a legal battle against extradition to Sweden from the UK, but when that failed he entered the embassy, requesting political asylum. Assange refused to leave, claiming he would be extradited to the US for questioning over the activities of Wikileaks if he did so. The Ecuadorian government at the time was sympathetic to his cause, but a regime change in 2017 heralded a less supportive approach and, after 2,487 days in the embassy building in the shadow of Harrods, he was finally removed. In May 2017, Sweden's top prosecutor dropped a long-running inquiry into a rape claim against Assange. Assange's supporters gather with the media outside Westminster Magistrates Court today.